All right, so today first thing we're gonna do is go over the roadmap. This is going to be on YouTube, so for people who missed this, hi, you're here now. You get to see it. But yeah, we're gonna go over the roadmap. It's been highly anticipated. A lot of people have been super down on RS3, saying that there's no roadmap because there's no content. All that was planned was Hero Pass, and Hero Pass flopped, so RuneScape 3 is dead. For all those people, you're pissed now, aren't you? For everyone else, let's see what's in store. I glanced over this, but I wasn't really paying super close attention, so we'll just go over it now, and we'll talk about it. So here is just platitudes. Hey, we care about RuneScape. Boring, blah, blah, blah. So, we have a new quest. No, this already happened. Okay. So I'm assuming at the end of the month, beginning of next month, we're going to be getting the new matriarch. Based on the way they've described it, this looks to be similar scope to the other matriarchs. So more of the same, but new necromancy crit ring is going to be really, really good. So that's always good stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the matriarch. New Necro Crit Ring means we're not going to need to use Reaver's Ring. It probably means the new quest ring we got is obsolete, but the upgrade to make the new ring might upgrade the quest ring. So that's really, really good. Really, really interesting stuff there. We will see what this is. Be very surprised if it was like dead on arrival. At the very least, it'll probably drop like ectoplasm. So that's all great stuff, obviously. Beach event, cool. Beach comes back. Everyone loves the beach. Special Pride event, probably just new cosmetics, so cool. New archaeology dig site. I believe they talk more about this further down, so we'll talk about that more in depth and explain what's in here. New boss dungeon. This looks really sweet. We're getting tier 95 magic weapons with this. That's going to be nuts. Specifically, wand and orb. Mining and smithing. Skilling update. This isn't like a mini rework. They're just adding more stuff to mining and smithing, as far as I understood. Getting our 4th conjure. That's really big. At the very least, this will probably push Necro to be equal or slightly stronger than melee, which is cool. We've been anticipating this 4th conjure for quite a while, so the fact that we're getting it, you know, in a couple months, really, really nice. Hard and elite tasks, really, really nice. Can't complain about that. RuneFest 2024, that's far away and expensive, so probably not going to that, but maybe, we'll see. New Slayer monster, Necro Helm Slayer update. I'm assuming it's an undead strike worm, but either way, Slayer Helm now is going to work for necromancy. That's good. More good is more better. Group Iron Man, this is awesome. I plan on making a group, hopefully with other content creators, but we'll see. But I plan on making a group Iron Man. If group hardcore also comes with it, it's probably going to be a hardcore as well, but we'll see how that ends up going. I would be curious to see how the group Iron Man is going to work with a lot of the untradables. So group Iron Man could be like really awesome if summoning charms and augmentable items can be traded between accounts, or it could be kind of cumbersome if not. Either way, really, really cool. Woodcutting and fletching update. I don't know exactly what this is. BBC main hand, what the heck? Thanks, John, for the sub, appreciate it. Gonna need Twitch up treating like a pleb? True. Skilling update, woodcutting and fletching. I think they talk more about this. I don't really remember what this was, but again, we'll talk about that a little later. Halloween seasonal event plus seasonal quest. The last event was kind of lame, so literally anything is better than that. And new quest plus Christmas Village coming back. Cool. All right, how do we get out of this? Okay, we're back. Okay. New mode, Group Iron Man. So this is coming to RuneScape. This is awesome. Again, we're not 100% sure. Did I miss the whole thing because I had 3 ads? Well, this was just like the overview. We're going to talk about each of the things in depth. But, okay. Group Iron Man. Again, we briefly brushed over it. This should be in the game no matter what. It's really weird that Old School has features that we don't have. This is either going to be really, really, really awesome or pretty cool and a little bit cumbersome. Again, it's going to depend a lot on whether or not dyeable items can be traded between groups, whether or not augmented items can be traded between groups, and whether or not untradeable like tertiary ingredients can be traded between groups. So if I can trade charms or my augmented gear to another person in the group and they can use it, that's going to make Group Iron Man nuts. My assumption is that that is going to be the case. It seems weird for them to implement Group Iron Man without that being the case. My understanding is that one of the big bottlenecks of Group Iron Man is that we have so many untradables and so many ways to make gear untradeable. So hopefully all of that stuff is coming. It's going to be really, really cool either way. I plan on making a group. Okay, Sanctum Rebirth, a new boss dungeon. This dungeon, we 1 to 4 players, okay? Take on 3 unique bosses. And it cuts out the trash mobs. I think this is pretty good. One of the big pain points of Elite Dungeons is the trash mobs. Elite Dungeon 2 is pretty notorious for this, and Elite Dungeon 1, honestly, where the trash mobs are randomly harder than some of the bosses. So getting rid of trash mobs that are killing you in one hit is cool. It seems that there's still going to be transitionary things to do between each boss. It looks like there's going to be upgrades to the tier 95 gear, which is kind of nuts. So, yeah, really great stuff. Magic is currently the weakest style, so Magic getting a buff is really, really good. Hopefully, this also comes with an Elite Tectonic buff, because right now, Elite Tectonic does nothing. It's really sad that Elite Tectonic is worse than Animacorpse Liscae for Magic, so yeah. Hopefully, this is really cool. I would be surprised if it was bad. RuneScape's new bosses, with the exception of like a little bit of Vorkat's telegraphing, have been really, really good. So I have pretty high hopes for this. New skilling boss. This artwork looks crazy. This looks awesome. I don't know what this is. That looks sick. New skilling boss is tied into the quest for the Sanctum Rebirth. We don't know what the reward system is going to be, but assuming it's going to be skilling offhands or just skilling upgrades of some sort, plus maybe like ranged tank armor, that would be my guess. But again, we'll see. New quests, I spacebar quests, so I don't care. But for all my lore guys, cool. New quests are more better. Skilling updates. So Daemonheim smithing or Daemonheim mining is going to allow us to mine Daemonheim ores on the overworld. And we can convert them into primal bars so we can make the primal armor and equipment. So this means we can craft tier 99 gear for melee and a new tier 99 weapon, I assume, and a new pickaxe. That's really good. Did you start drama with streamer spacebar quest? Listen, that's not what that was about, and you know it. Stop trying to cause drama again. The issue was, you know, whatever. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, I don't think they say what's in the woodcutting and fletching thing, so I don't really know what that's about. But cool, woodcutting and fletching getting better is nice, so that's always good. Woodcutting actually feels pretty good now that they've normalized the XP rates, so I don't mind woodcutting as much, so just more woodcutting and fletching stuff is good. Melee getting a pretty substantial... This looks like a very substantial buff to melee. My guess is that this is going to bring melee in line with ranged, which in my opinion should be the case. Melee and ranged should do more damage than magic and necromancy. So this just seems really good. It's hard to look at this and think that that's not ideal, right? Magic and necromancy have the most utility, so they should pay for that utility in damage. They should do less damage to get that utility. Consequently, melee getting a big buff, I'm down. I think that's good for the game and good thematically for a style with a lot less utility. Archaeology dig site, we are getting a new relic power. I don't know what that means. This could be really good, could be pretty meaningless. I would be surprised if it didn't help one of the newer skills. So either way, this will be good. I like archaeology, so cool, I'm down. And I believe archaeology is going to be in Daemonheim, so that will be really cool. Osius, the new mid-level boss encounter. This makes it sound like it's just going to be matriarch but skeletal, so cool. It's unfortunate that this isn't a little bit more ambitious, but again, we also won't know until next Monday, right? So, or next Wednesday, I think, if my math is right. Yeah, next Wednesday. So this could be a minor upgrade from the other matriarchs of but necromancy, or it could be a decently substantive upgrade. We just don't know yet, but we're for sure getting a new ring. I'm assuming it's gonna drop necromancy runes and or ectoplasm, giving irons a boss that they can just sit at and generate resources. I think that's gonna be really cool. They implied it was slightly more ambitious. I think so too. My guess is that it's going to be a little bit more than just a matriarch but necromancy. It would be a little disappointing if it was just a matriarch but necromancy, but it has to be in the game either way. So I think it's going to be a good update regardless. Seasonal events, these are cool. The recent ones have been nice, so them coming back and us getting a Halloween seasonal event that's going to be on par with the Christmas Easter event. Really good stuff. Hard to feel bad about any of that. And they're asking questions about the 2025 roadmap. So click the survey and say things that aren't about Hero Pass, please. As fun as shitting on Hero Pass is, I would like to hear about anything else. So click on the survey and be honest. But yeah, that's it for the roadmap. This is great. This is a lot of new stuff that we have to look forward to. We have 5 new bosses coming out over the year. We have a pretty major update to melee and necromancy and magic and potentially ranged. So all the styles are getting new tools to play with. This is just really good. Like this is awesome. We have a lot to look forward to. But yeah, that's it for the roadmap. Looks really good stuff. But yeah, no, I'm excited for this. This looks awesome. The artwork for like this archaeology site looks nuts. The artwork for this, what is this? The Sanctum of Rebirth. This looks crazy. A lot of this stuff looks really awesome. And Group Iron Man looks really cool. Yeah. Like, I think that Vorkath was not a fluke, but I think that Vorkath was very obviously rushed. So I would expect all of the new bosses to be more in line with like Zamorak and Raziel than Vorkath. Like, and even Vorkath, the only issue that Vorkath has is telegraphing stuff. But either way, I'm pretty excited for the new bosses. We already know the music is going to be nuts. All the new music has been great. All the new art has been great. But yeah, the roadmap looks really good. Group Iron Man will be interesting. Yeah, so the big question mark around Group Iron Man is how cumbersome is it going to be? So Group Iron Man can be 10 out of 10 if augmented gear, dyed gear, slightly degraded, actually slightly degraded gear doesn't matter. If augmented gear, dyed gear, and like summoning charms can be traded from account to account, then Group Iron Man is like 11 out of 10. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be super, super, super good. If none of those things are true, it's going to be still fine. Like, especially because we get to make content around it. Like, again, I plan on making a group, but it's going to be a lot more cumbersome if, oh, I put Precise 6 Aftershock 4 on my Fractured Staff. No one can use it now. That feels really, really bad. So, yeah, that's something that, or, oh, our group got a third age die. We can't use it because it means that piece of gear is locked to one person. That feels pretty bad too. So, my hope is that all of those things are going to be tradable between accounts. It mentions upgrading weapons past tier 95. What could that mean? So it could literally be number get bigger, where, oh, there's a thing like the Zamrock enchantments for the gloves and for the Hex Hunter bow and all those weapons. It could be number get bigger, right? Or, so, you know, upgrade those from tier 95 to tier 997. Or it could be, hey, all your tier 95s get an additional unique passive. That would be really interesting. Or it could be for any weapon above a certain tier, right? It could be anything tier 90 or above, you put this on it and that gets a specific passive for that weapon. It could be anything. We don't know. But my hope, I think the most ambitious, but the best possible option would be you use this on a weapon and it makes it the equivalent of a tier 97. And you can use it for anything tier 90 or above. So you put it on your Drygors get a set effect that makes them on par, at least on paper, with Langs. You put this on your Kopeshes, you get a set effect that makes them on par with Langs. That would be the most ambitious option, but that would be really, really, really cool. That's the option I hope to see. It's probably just going to buff up all the tier 95s to be like tier 97 or something. Or tier 99, because we know that the primal armor is coming to Mainscape, or to Surfacescape, I guess. And the primal armor coming to Surfacescape means melee gets tier 99 gear. So, that's cool, but that would be the lazy, boring option. But that is also like, more number is more better. That's still fun. Critting for 20k instead of 18k is still really fun. So we'll see how ambitious it ends up being. But yeah, this could be like a 20 out of 10 update, or it could be a 9 or a 10 out of 10 update. We'll see. We just don't know. But yeah, like, this is going to be super cool either way. So, super excited for this. But yeah, that's probably it for this wrap up. This is going to go on YouTube with minor edits, just to cut out a little bit of dead space. But yeah, this is cool. This is awesome.